gamers? Welcome back to another Tuesday night stream. It's me, your boy, JTV Live, back again with some more Planet Coaster 2. Sorry for the slight delay. This is going to sound like a bit, but I promise this is not a bit. Stream was late today because I couldn't find the thumbnail. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but essentially I couldn't find the Photoshop file for the thumbnail in order to update the thumbnail for tonight's stream. And so I was searching around for that thumbnail trying to find it because I didn't want to just reuse the one from last week, because the one from last week didn't really do super well. At least not live. It's done pretty well in the VOD. I've noticed that's one of the things I've noticed with these Planet Coaster streams, which is one of the reasons I've started doing them more often, is if they don't do well live, and sometimes they'll do well live, but if they don't do well live, they have pretty good staying power. Like, all of my most viewed streams, like, most viewed VODs are all like Planet Coaster. But anyway, none of you guys give a shit about that. You're here for coasters, and I got some coasters for you tonight. We're working once again on our Pumpkin Patch Park. For those of you who don't know, for the month of October, since it is Pumpkin Patch season and Halloween season, I am doing a sandbox version of the Farmland Fiasco career map. I'm going in here, we're making a bunch of farm themed stuff. We got this beautiful little farmer's market over here, and I might build some more as we're going on. So far, we have 4 roller coasters. We have this beautiful RMC hybrid back here called the Pump King, I believe it's called. Yep, the Pump King. We got this lovely arrow corkscrew called Spectre. I've got this suspended looping coaster called Inverted Two-Seater 1. We'll think of a name for this. We'll think of a name for this one. We'll put that on the back burner. And then we also got this lovely guy over here, which I'm gonna call Barnstormer, in reference to Disney World. And this is just like a standard little kiddie coaster over here in this area. So we have a couple room for activities. What's up, Lord Lupus? Welcome back. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you pop in chat. How have you been? I got a couple things for tonight. We could either, I definitely want to build a water park over here. But we need to kind of like expand. I don't have any particular plan. I have a bunch of ideas, and I'm essentially just gonna go for it. The first idea I did have, and I think we'll do this tonight, is I want to build a coaster plaza back here, because we're probably not going to, yeah, we're not going to expand. Can we even expand out this way? Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, that's the world border there. So we're not going to be able to go past here. So, is this just one? Okay, cool. I can't pick that up. So, I want to build a coaster plaza back here, and a nice little coaster. So we're going to start, trying to think. Come in. I think if we did maybe the roller coaster sign here. Let's draw this out. Working with real life, working, gaming, working on plans for the month. Updated my viewer for VTubing. Oh, nice. Beat Saber. About to touch up my hair dye. Blood Moon. It's blood red. Nice. Playing the Tron Evolution at the moment. Nice. And planning to see Tron Ares the second time. I've heard very mixed things about that. I want to watch it. I'll probably watch it at some point. I'm still just kind of salty about Tron Legacy, because I felt like Tron Legacy was such a missed opportunity. Like, it was good, don't get me wrong. I should have prefaced that by saying I love Tron Legacy to death. It's one of my favorite movies. But I see the movie that could have been, had they just like been a little bit more creative with it. And I think they should have gone a little I don't want to say adult, because I feel like that word has certain connotations, but they should have gone more with like a Blade Runner kind of direction. I think that would have been a lot more interesting. Well, if you see Ares, everything people are bitching about is explained in the new one. Nice. Nah, fuck the negativity, hate, and all. Oh yeah, no, I get that, but I will say I do need to be a little careful on movies because I got very harshly burned by a movie very recently, like literally last night. So I'm a little cautious to watch anything new right now because I'm still a little burned. But I'll probably watch Tron. Maybe I'll watch it when I go to Florida to visit my family. Get in the mood. Yeah, that works. I have heard the soundtrack was really good for the new Tron, which I was expecting. I love Trent Reznor, or Trent Reznor, as Aaron Hansen would say. But he's great. Pretty dark and amazing. Compliments it. People mad because Daft Punk is not. Well, Daft Punk. People who are mad that Daft Punk isn't part of the new movie deserve to be mad that Daft Punk isn't part of the new movie. They haven't been a band for like almost a fucking decade at this point. When did they break up? Hold on. I know this is a tangent, but you just made me angry. When did Daft Punk break up? Let's see here. When did Daft Punk? Yeah, 2021. Not even close to a decade. Okay, it's been 4 years. It has been an entire U.S. presidential term since Daft Punk broke up. They weren't gonna be part of it. Stay mad. And plus, Trent Reznor's amazing. Oh no, we lost Daft Punk and got Trent Reznor. What a horrible situation we found ourselves in. Tired. Nine Inch Nails is a great band. See, you get it, Lord Lupus. You get it. People come and go. You just listen to stuff to hold them dear. Exactly. Oh, do I have it in my room? Since we're talking. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna go get this. Since we're talking about Tron, I finally have a chance to show it off. Hold on, I'll be right back. I rarely have an opportunity to expand upon my non-gaming passions on stream, and since you mentioned the Tron soundtrack, this is one of the coolest vinyls I own. This is the Tron Legacy soundtrack, and what's cool about this one is the vinyls. One of the vinyls is clear, which is like super rad, and then the other one, hold on, I need to get this in the sleeve correctly. And then the other one is like an opaque blue. Isn't that the coolest shit ever? So I'm hoping that the Tron Ares soundtrack comes out with a version that's a clear yellow and an opaque red. That's what I want. That would get me to see the movie in IMAX. Clear red, but it was $40. Okay, so they do have a clear red one. I might have to bite the bullet on that. I might have to go to Target. I haven't bought a vinyl in like probably a year, so I feel like I deserve. I think the last time I bought a vinyl was when I was in Florida, because there aren't a lot of good record shops in my area, but there are a ton where my parents live. So also, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just placing rocks here for this coaster sign. I kind of have like a vague idea of what I want it to be. Okay. So let's start it like that. I think that's good for now. Let me see how that looks from a guest perspective. Oh, can I not? This was my favorite feature of the game. Honestly, this right here is what's kept me from going back to Planet Coaster 1 back when this game wasn't as good as it is now. The reason I haven't touched Planet Coaster 1 since this came out, and a big part is just the ability to walk around. I mean, sure, they had Tegid Cam in Planet Coaster, but that was such like an imperfect system that I know it would just make me wish for this system. Okay, yeah, this feels like the right size for a coaster plaza. Have the entrance and queue over here and the exit over here. I feel like that makes sense. Looks like the Ares, they have a record that looks like the Ares Triangle disc. Ooh, that's gotta be cool. Grateful Leto did pump the movie, helped budget into it, push for Disney to make it. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, everybody knows there is no shortage of things to say about Jared Leto. But one of the things that I do really like about Jared Leto, and one of the things that I really respect and appreciate him for, is he is a firm believer in every movie that he's been in. Sometimes to a fault because there's been a lot of issues with director clashes and creative differences. And in my opinion, if you're the actor, your job is there to act, and it's the director's vision, but whatever. But like he is a firm believer in every single movie he's been in, including the really, really shitty ones. And I respect that. I respect the passion, you know, the drive. Roll. No. Yeah, this is what we want. Right? No. 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 This is the one I want. No, we can't start off just because of the timing. So, because we're right up on the world edge, I am going to need to think about this layout. So, I do want to use this, because look, this has such a good shoot. I want to use this building as the swing launch. So I'm thinking that should be enough for a spike if we move it a little closer. But the bulk of the coaster needs to be over here. This is where the bulk of the coaster needs to go, I think. We can have a couple big moments here and some turnarounds here, but we are like very limited. One of the reasons I wanted to build a coaster here was specifically because we're very limited. But we just need to be a bit more thoughtful. So if we want the coaster to probably be coming out in this direction. So we're gonna want this to be like here, I think. Let's make sure we have every piece. Okay, and we can raise and reposition that however we want. All right, like said, I can't believe actors for shit scripts. Oh yeah, no, and I think Jared Leto's problem is he just has a really terrible agent, or back to what I was saying about him liking every movie that he's a part of, he might just have really shitty taste in movies. I think that's totally possible, but like, I remember Jared Leto. A lot of people think of Jared Leto and they think of Joker, but like, I remember him from Dallas Buyers Club and Dallas Buyers Club and Requiem for a Dream, and he was phenomenal in both of those movies. So I think with the right director, Jared Leto could be good. He just hasn't chosen the right director in a very long time, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree, Lord Lupus. And also 30 Seconds to Mars slaps, so I can't be like too much of a hater. Oh yeah, no. I don't know how so many people didn't realize that the cult thing was ironic. Like, at the very least, if it wasn't ironic, it was clearly like an anti-establishment hippie thing. Like, so, like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, people way mischaracterize his whole cult thing. That I thought it was really funny to watch people wildly mischaracterize it. Even though he's one of my favorites, I do blame Moist Critical in no small part for that narrative propagating as much as it did. Yeah, some people just don't appreciate irony. And like, again, like, even like beyond the irony, knowing who Jared Leto is, knowing his band, and like knowing his philosophy and stuff, like, that was so obviously like some anti-establishment thing, like, and not like some weird fucking like, oh, they worship me because I look like Jesus. There is some projection as well, but I mean, I also think, to be a little fair to those people, I do think that a lot of people know people who like have gotten trapped up in cults and stuff. Like, I know people who have gotten trapped up in cults and stuff, and it is really sad. So like, I understand why some people would be a little bit more tuned to believe that there's some sussy baka activities. Yeah, that's so slow. It's so slow. All right, I need to take a break from Jared Leto so I can think about this element real quick. Apologies. I can't talk about Jared Leto and build a roller coaster at the same time. Only Jared Leto could do that. Okay. I think I made it worse. Hang on. Okay. A barn runner? Pretty much. Essentially what I had is I just saw this building when I was doing like essentially land surveys, because I like any park that I work on stream, I boot up off stream and I'll just look at it and think of ideas. And I saw this, I'm like, ooh, I want to do a swing launch through this barn. So that's essentially what we're doing. But the problem that I'm running into, and part of the challenge, is this is the world border right here, so we can't build beyond this hedge line. So I need to be a little bit more creative with the layout, which I like doing, so I'm not too upset. Okay, G's are good on that. Okay, the clearance on... I mean, we can always reposition this building, but if we're having the track... It's a little tight. It's a little tight. issues building areas near borders keep changing view. Oh, yeah. Also go through a restaurant with people. That's pretty dope. Dude, I love like rides and roller coasters that like one of my favorite things is roller coasters where roller coasters don't belong. Like that was a big part of a lot of my park projects in Planet Coaster 2. Or not Planet Coaster 2, the original Planet Coaster, where a lot of things I was doing was just like, where can I put a coaster that a coaster shouldn't go? So like restaurants, gift shops, malls. Dude, a mall coaster would be hype. Kind of like, which has kind of existed in a way. Like, I forget which racetrack it was, but I believe it was one in Germany? Maybe? There was some F1 track that built a roller coaster, and the last half of the roller coaster was just a long straightaway suspended above a like mall, and I'm like, that is the coolest shit of all time. Exactly, Lord Lupus. And that's a big reason that a lot of my parks are like super cluttered and have coasters everywhere. Is I like coasters that interact with other roller coasters. I like being on a coaster and having it dive through the wooden coaster unexpectedly. Like, basically, the Boardwalk Park was just an excuse to make an entire park of only roller coasters going through things. I thought about this all wrong. Okay, I'm gonna do this first. I need to rethink my building strategy. Keep thinking it's in the specials. It's wait, it was number 5. It's number 5. No, it's number 5. Where'd number 5 go? This one. This is the one we want. I want it right. Okay. And now, damn it. Perfect. Now we just bring this over here. And now everything's placed. Okay, so now we just leave that there. And then delete that. All right, and then now that's going to be the place we're trying to get with this first part of the layout. So, just max this. Steel Spaghetti Beach. That's what I should have named the park, actually. I think right now it's just Untitled. it just has like an empty entrance sign because I'm like, I want to have a name I'm fully satisfied with. Tunnel. Can I fit a barrel roll under here? Nope. Okay, but I can do a little like, if I did like 15. Like this. 30. Then just back to normal. Bam. We should someday. I have wanted to do that. Do a franchise park. It'd have to be after the have to be after the new year. Cause I've got all like my month Planet Coaster segments planned for the holiday season. But get into Spooktober? Hell yeah. Dude, if you have a TikTok or an Instagram, I believe my TikTok's linked down below. Feel free to send me a DM. I can get your Steam info and stuff. So I don't want to do that over chat. You have TikTok? Hell yeah. Yeah, I believe my TikTok's in the description. If it's not, it should be in my channel banner. Damn. Have that in Twitch? Yeah, you can send me a Twitch whisper. I don't ever go on Twitch. For a lot of reasons we don't need to rehash, but yeah. If I know a message is coming, I'll totally look out for a whisper. We should totally link up on Discord and plan something fun. I built a roller coaster I built a theme park with a VTuber and it was utter chaos. That'll be great I'm sure that will be good for SAO. SAO, that's fucking Sword Art Online. SEO. I hate that my brain just Freudian slipped to Sword Art Online. Fuck, man. It's such a bad look. Boom. Let's see. how am I gonna... Ooh, 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 ooh. I know how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it just like that. We can actually get a little bit crazier with this. Ah! Auto tunnel off. And this can all be lowered. Okay. So this first half should be good to go. Let's give it a little smooth before we move on to the launch. I should make like a VTube model that's just a sponge cookie with like a face. That'd be perfect. Bring the TheSponchMaster to life. You can have an army of little marshmallows. Okay, now thinking about where the layout's gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the queue, but we'll figure that out when we get there. That is a later problem. That might even be a next stream problem, depending on how long the second half takes us. It's definitely not a right now problem. The mini stay pops. Yes. I'll have one being like roasted for a s'more in the background. All right. Let me see how this looks. I wish I could make that first launch just slightly punchier. And also, that can be a lot faster. Because this block zone's literally right here. It's only here because the game doesn't let us do, like, adaptive block zones and stuff like that. Which is fun. Not complaining. It is what it is. So make this, I think 73 miles an hour should work. How up 9? Okay. Okay. This is actually a great place for the launch because the queue is going to be like right here. I can even make the queue go over it here and then have a lot of it next to the launch. So you can just watch the coaster come through. Now I need to make sure it doesn't hit 72, which it does. Okay, so we need the acceleration. We need this to be shorter. And then I think the whole acceleration. Oh, uh-oh. 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 Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly. I don't think that's gonna fly. Something. It wouldn't be. Hey, it wouldn't be a JTV Live Planet Coaster 2 stream if I didn't realize way into the layout. I don't think I needed to delete that much. I just had a brain blast. I just had a brain blast. See, what if I do this and then we'll have the swing launch here and go backwards through the barn? That's gonna be way fucking cooler too. No, it's just right here. Not that one. No. Wait, we want it to be... We want it to be going... This one. This is the only one. Oh, something really funny happened to me today. I mean, it's not really funny. It is pretty funny though. I got pulled over. That's not the funny part. But it's important to the context of the story. I got pulled over, right? And as I was getting pulled over, the song I was listening to was the Schuyler Sisters from Hamilton. So I kind of unintentionally ruined the play Hamilton for myself. Because now every time I watch that play and my favorite song comes on, I'm gonna think about getting pulled over. And that's like such a massive bummer for like the world, honestly. So like, I'm gonna, next time I watch that movie with my family, they're gonna be like, they're gonna start talking about the Schuyler Sisters. I'm just gonna be like, oh, hands on the wheel, I'm okay, what? And my parents are gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Although they wouldn't be like that because my parents don't curse, but they'd be like, what the heck are you doing? What the heck is going on around here? I need this to be more like need the speed more this way. I wish I could just move this track piece. Okay, that's a lot closer. Then when we move it, okay, then it needs to be lower. It needs to be way lower, and now it does. Now it needs to be more forwards. We had it at 20, so I think 26. We have it at 26. I'm gonna use this guy. 9-degree angle. Grab it, move it. Okay, it needs to be longer. Grab it, move it, place it, buy it. That was a little callback. Do you need therapy? No, I think I'll be fine. The cop was really, really cool. He was super nice. No complaints. If they gave me a little survey, if they gave me one of those little survey, like, take this survey and you'll get a $10 gift card for your next purchase, I would be like, 4 stars, overall pleasant experience, all things considered. It's thought of a joke that I won't make, but it was funny. Just know that. We can make this lower. Yep, don't worry, don't worry. Fix a lot of this. This is coming down. This is coming down. Actually, now that we've got this, let's work backwards. This whole thing needs to be moved down. Go. Launch it, twist it, switch it, make it. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, let's see how that works. I'm good with those G's. Let's just give it a little smooth. Hell yeah. Finally, we can move. Let's do a little test. Welcome back, Robo. Sorry to disappear right as you pop in. I like that. I feel like that is a perfectly standard, what's it called? A perfectly standard first part layout for a coaster like this. Oh, I'm still gone. Hi, I'm back. I like giving unobstructed views. Uh, that's not correct. Bruh. That's wrong. That is so much wrong. I have to think about it. I've done these types of things before. Coaster logic. Now we're on the world verse. Gonna hurt, you're gonna hurl, you're gonna hurl. One more ride. We're gonna stand in line all day, all night. We'll start the queuing. One more ride. Track Punk. That's the name of the band. Track Punk. It's a roller coaster themed Daft Punk parody band. If that isn't market specific, I don't know what is. That looks stupid. I really do hate how the camera view changes every time. Hell yeah. We love that. Okay, well that's not really gonna work then. How did I mean, I guess we can just relocate all of these. I'm not married to these being here, so I guess this could just be a straight thing. Okay, well, let's at least build the spike so we have a... we actually know how tall we need to make it. Okay, so that just means we have to do this. All these. Let's do... yeah, that looks kind of cool. I'm just doing that so it has a place to go. So I can watch the G's on the launch. Okay. No. No. That's not gonna work. This is such a cool... okay. I think we're just gonna have to do this. I think we're gonna have to just do this. Is there a way... if I had it like that? Get rid of this. Damn. I might have to like completely rethink this design, gamers. I know we've spent all of this time doing this, but I would have it go through the roof. I want to do that, but my thing is like there's not a lot of space in this barn. Like there really isn't. Like if I can get like, because these stick off the track pretty well. Like if I was doing the family Vekoma launch coaster, then that would probably work, getting away with going through the roof. But and then this doesn't work because of the angle it's at. I would have to get rid of the roof in a off-grid kind of way. Oh, the spike? Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I don't hate that idea. My thing is like I'm kind of married to the launch going through this. I want the launch, like that was the whole point of me building a coaster over here. I want the launch to go through here. You know what? Maybe we're just using the wrong coaster type. You saw my Atlantean ride. It goes over the park entrance tunnel twice. It's launched through, back up through the roof. And then launch through, and then back up through the roof. I don't know why that's not connecting in my brain. Launch. And then trying to picture what. Oh! So you would mean like, let's say this is the tail. Put the barn like here and have the spike come up like this. Is that what you're talking about? Go back through the barn and then go back up through the roof. Have the launch go through the barn. Okay. Yeah. I see what you mean. But what I'm thinking though, because I'm married to this barn, I'm not married to this coaster type. I'm not married to this barn. Wait. Yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, we totally could. Especially because it's in the same block zone. So we're not going to have the coaster cars in the barn at the same time. I do. Okay, I like that idea. This is I was not expecting this coaster to be this challenging. Um, I was like, oh, I'm building it over here, so that way it's a challenge. I'm trying to think. I'm going to need to rethink the whole layout. So I'm trying to think of what I want the layout to be now. I see what you mean. Yeah, with the look back at the barn. I do like that. I like that idea. So if we did, so let me just rethink the layout. I'm gonna put this here. Plenty of room going this way. Plenty of room going that way. Okay. Get rid of all of that. Do we have any other coaster pieces hiding? No. Okay. No, it definitely would. When you went backwards, have that spike up, but the other part go through the roof. Makes sense now. I think so. Although, I think I understand what you're saying, but I also think I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna put this. I'm actually just gonna put this right back where it was, essentially. Glad we made that progress. Also, do I have music turned off? I just realized there's been like no music this whole time. I 1000% do. I don't have my happy creative. This is probably why I've been struggling with the build. I don't have my creative music. I need my creative, oddly reminiscent of The Sims soundtrack in order for me to be happy. Okay, then you're also... I'm just gonna rethink this whole area, actually. Here it is. Parodies stuck in their head. Hey, that's good. That means it's catchy. I should make some song parodies. I'm still sitting on... I have the full lyrics written out to my GeoGuessr parody of I Miss You by Blink-182. I need to figure out a way to make that bad boy a reality. Times like this where I wish I had Mason's music making ability. I mean, I could do that. I could just separate the vocals from the backing track to just have the backing track. And it probably wouldn't be too hard to do a super modulated thing. To kind of get what I want. So I wanted to incorporate this little section too. So this will be our little first half section. Let me see how this looks. All right. 50 miles an hour is pretty respectable. Make it a little bit longer. Okay, I think I overextended myself. Because now I'll have the switch track somewhere over here. Launch. I mean, I'm going to be redoing the roof anyway. We'll have it launch backwards into here and start going upwards. Kind of there. I know this isn't exactly what you were talking about, Lupus, but what you were talking about gave me this idea. I think this is going to work a lot better. Oh, okay, it is exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so that just means I still didn't get it. But I got there. It's like when you get the answer right, but you show your work and you were like totally wrong. Actually, no, I just want a hill. I just want a hill. was weird. I felt like my phone vibrated, but it didn't. Hold on, I need to remember that swing launch is gonna be somewhere over here. I might even be able to work the tunnel into this layout again. And it just means that the bulk of the coaster is going to be over here now. We'll do a curve up into the top hat. And I'll have the coaster kind of populate over in this area. And we'll save this for a different, for another coaster. And it's actually probably good because I'm pretty sure... Okay, no, this is not buildable space. But that all is. Okay. Anyway, back to what we're actually... This is a pretty exciting first half. I just had an insane idea. This is gonna work. We're gonna have to turn off auto tunnel. I just need to fix this because it's gonna bug me. Oh. Never mind. If it was faster, a loop going around the pack. Damn. I look over at chat and I'm just like, oh, well, sorry I didn't look at that earlier, because then you could have gotten some credit for that idea. Might be, I guess. That's funny. Ah. There we go. Obviously I'm gonna have to that, and then okay, cool. Look at the G's. 3 3 0. Okay, that's all good. Okay, briefly hitting 4 Gs, so that just means this needs to be a little bit taller. Yeah. Epic. I mean, not quite over the path, but it goes behind this, and that's a fun view. Gonna time out now. All right, dude. It was nice talking to you, Lord Lupus. Your coaster's G spots are on point. That's pretty good. I'll give you a half star for that. Changing the formula a bit. Yeah, okay, this is what I wanted. Yeah, I'll be back with Planet Coaster 2 tomorrow. We'll be working on the same park tomorrow at 7 p.m. So definitely stop by. Hopefully this coaster will be mostly finished by then. I'm hoping to at least get this first half finished tonight. And then we can work on the second half tomorrow, and then maybe start the water park. So now that we're kind of getting close to the end of this first half, we just kind of got to do this. This looks insane, but trust me. This is totally necessary. Hopefully be streaming tomorrow. Oh, nice. Move Night to a classic. Hey, there's always the VODs. And what's great about the VODs is you can watch them on 4x speed and skip past all the parts of me being like, should I put this here? Should I guess I gotta delete everything. So, that's ideal, honestly. I'll try not to do anything you wouldn't. Although, I feel like the history's proven that's very difficult. What I just did was wildly unhelpful. I didn't think that through. This is about where this needs to be. No, still not quite. There we go. Yeah. We can actually probably even bring this a little bit closer. Or out. Yeah. We did this. 173. Boom. That should work. Oh. That's not a problem. We'll solve all that later. These are all minor issues that we could just fix. Like that, all we need to do is start turning it in a little bit sooner. Maybe. This is so hard. We'll do Lord Lufus. All right. I'm thinking. I'm just thinking. I really like this double launch here. Okay. This is all fine. It's this part that I have a issue with. You know what? I'm just gonna build. I'm just gonna build with the trust that I'll be able to come back and fix that in a way that isn't too difficult. That doesn't help. Okay. Yeah, it's not working. Yeah, what if I just went full launch? If I just got rid of this. Okay, this is a problem for tomorrow. This whole segment. I don't know, gamers. All right. I'm stumped, gamers. I'm stumped. I'm really stumped. I hate just leaving it. Cause I will say, I really like this first half. I think we have something solid with this first half. Maybe we just don't do a top hat. So we just will launch into like a big something else. But we needed to end up over here. Yeah, I think I just need to workshop the design. I think I need to think about the design a bit more. So let's move on. I want to keep this. That's something I can do right now. I want to keep this texture going. Let's start working on the entrance way to the water park. And then I'll sign off with that. Let's go here. Nice. Thinking right through here. Boom. That's the entrance. And I'm gonna make the water park. I think I kind of want to make the water park oil well themed. I know it's kind of out of left field, but I think in like East Texas, there will be blood, kind of like oil field, like bursting pipes kind of deal. I think that could be fun for the water park. And I think it fits the like farmland vibe. I think it'd be kind of fun. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get this pathway a bit more situated. That's fine. Come through here. We also need to add more infrastructure buildings. And honestly, this like aquatic theme kind of fits going in towards the water park. I think there's an aquatic building. Like a vanilla one that kind of works for this idea I have. Oh, I forgot about heads up. Oh, this would be fun to put This doesn't fit. I think Breakout Bar. Where's Breakout Bar? I think Breakout Bar fits the theme a bit better. But where are just like the base aquatic buildings? Because all of the custom ones that I've built are like this. They're all like 2 stories. And I don't want it to like cover up anything. It's a bit too obtrusive for me. I thought they'd be a little easier to find. Oh, they must be under scenery. I'm stupid. Yeah, here they all are. There's one in particular. This guy. Something just like that. Maybe this works better. Over here. Yeah, I think I'll place him right here. Let's color match. This guy back. Then here we have this green. This gray. Grab that. Yeah, it's a little lighter than belts. I think everything else is fine, from what I can tell. That's all flush with the ground. Cool. And then we're gonna make facilities, custom. Give me photos. Is it not connected? Does this have a photo? Nope. Oh, that's right. That kicks everybody off. Oops. What if we had it? Trying to think of a good spot that has like some fun dynamic stuff in the background. Like if we took it right here. It's not enough. It's not exciting enough. Right here. Is this exciting? Yeah, this is all exciting. Coming right. Ooh. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Back. Right there. Okay. Back. Or down. I want that drop in the background. Continue. That's close. that, actually. We need to make sure we can see the faces of both. Yeah. We can just make a post for it. Okay. Come to you. Connect ride. I'm gonna grab this guy. Confirm. Nice. And now, this ride has a photo spot. Is it open? Okay, cool. So, I still have no idea what I'm gonna do with this guy over here. I don't know. I'm probably gonna fuck around with it offline, figure it out, but for now, I think I'm just gonna have to leave it and say thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow night, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with more Planet Coaster 2. We're gonna be working on the same park. Hopefully I'll have some time. I have a work from home day tomorrow, so I'll have extra time before stream because I won't have a commute. And I'll also have time on my lunch break to hopefully take a look at this and try to think of something, figure out some kind of idea, and mess around with it. But I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time. I certainly did. The best way to make sure you don't miss any of the streams or videos is to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it. You'll be notified every time I go live and every time I upload a new video. I'm live 4 times a week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I upload a new video every Monday. This past Monday was part 1 of Project Zomboid Van Life. It's a new Project Zomboid series we're doing. Definitely go check that out. It's a lot of fun. I'm very happy with how the video came out. Very exciting. Lots of things happened. And a great start to a new series. You're definitely going to want to check that out. Make sure you like the streams, like the videos. Lost my train of thought there for a second. It helps the videos do well in the algorithm. Helps them get seen by more people. Helps this channel grow. And I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And I will catch you guys all on the next stream. Stay sponge gamers.